Hare Krishna, welcome to all the devotees to our program Srimad Bhagavatam Study Shloka Memorization Workshop. In this class, we are trying to learn the shlokas, important shlokas of Srimad Bhagavatam. At the moment, we are focusing on canto number 1, the important shlokas. This program is actually part of a bigger program where we are studying Srimad Bhagavatam in detail. And in order to enrich our taste and deepen our appreciation for Bhagavatam verses, we have organized this class where we are trying to learn the various verses from Srimad Bhagavatam. So the verses that we have chosen is mainly from this book, Bhagavat Ratnamala, published by Tulsi Books. So it has almost 200 verses from canto 1 to 6. So we aspire to learn all these, and in that sequence, we are on the 6th verse of the 15th chapter of the first canto today. Overall, this is our 35th class. Primarily, the class is structured like we will uh, recite the verse, we will tell the word meanings, we will tell the translation, and we will try to explain a little bit briefly the context of the verse, the important salient features from Prabhupada's purport, or otherwise, if we have anything else regarding the verse, our own realization, we can discuss. So we'll start this by doing some Mangalacharan. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tojayam Mudirayet. नष्टप्रायश्व भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवते उत्तमा श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः. So this is the verse today, 15.06 from canto 1. In short, we can summarize the verse as moment of separation from the Lord. So devotees, if they feel separated from the Lord, specifically the pure devotees, uh, devotees like myself don't feel much if separated from the Lord, but pure devotees do feel a lot of separation if they are separated from the Lord. So this is the verse from Bhagavatam's 15th chapter. So I will just recite. The meter in this verse is Anushtup. यस्य क्षणवियोगेन लोको ह्यप्रियदर्शनाः उक्थेन रहितो येषा मृतकः प्रोच्यते यथा उक्थेन रहितो येषा मृतकः प्रोच्यते यथा यस्य क्षणवियोगेन लोको ह्यप्रियदर्शनाः उक्थेन रहितो येषा मृतकः प्रोच्यते यथा. Okay, now we give opportunity to the devotees in the class to recite it. So we'll encourage them to recite without any reference from the book. So maybe this time we'll give opportunity to the Jaimala Mataji first. Yes, Mataji, if you would like to recite.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yeah.
Srimad Bhagavatam 1.15.6. Yasya kshana viyogena loko hya priyadarshanaha uktena rahito hyesha mritaka prochate yatha uktena rahito hyesha mritaka prochate yatha.
Very nice, Mataji, very nice. So word meanings.
Yasya meaning whose, kshana is moment, viyogena is separation, loko means all the universes, he is certainly apriya darshana, meaning it becomes unfavorable. Uktena by life, rahito meaning devoid, he is certainly, isha all these bodies, mritaka is dead, prochate is designated yatha, as it were. So, yes. So the
Yes.
15th chapter of the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam is titled The Pandavas Retire Early. So the background of this verse goes like this, that Arjuna goes to Dwarka to find out about the next activities of Lord Krishna, and he stays there for 7 months. Finally, he returns back and meets his brother Yudhishthir, who notices that Arjuna is very distressed and despondent. So Yudhishthira Maharaj starts making enquiries about various things like how is the family there, how are the relatives, how are other Yadu members. But Arjuna is completely silent, and he is very overwhelmed, and his throat is all choked up. And since Narad Muni would have earlier hinted about Lord Krishna's impending disappearance, Yudhishthir Maharaj finally asked the question whether Lord's disappearance is the cause for for Arjuna's despondency. So in the previous verse, Arjuna, who is very grief-stricken, he starts speaking and says that he confirms that Krishna has left him, and Krishna, who had treated him like a very intimate friend, he has now departed and he has left Arjuna alone. And when we come to this verse, he further explains his emotional state by saying that losing Krishna even for a moment, it makes all the universes unfavorable and void. And he gives an analogy and says that just like bodies are without soul, so a body without soul, it is a dead body. Just like that, when the Lord has disappeared, it leaves a void in our life. Thus, we see that Arjuna, who is experiencing intense separation from Krishna. And Srila Prabhupada, in his purport, says that factually, for a living being, this is true, that there is no one dearer than the Lord, because Lord is everything in this universe. It is also confirmed in Bhagavad Gita, Mata Parataram Nanyat, that there is no truth superior to him, and everything rests upon him. But we as living entities, we are forgetful of the Lord, and we have many lifetimes of material conditioning. Hence, we do not, like you said, Prabhu, we do not experience separation from the Lord as pure devotees like Arjuna do. We need to intensify and deepen our bhakti to the Lord in order to experience such feelings. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Very nicely explained, very clearly explained. Thank you. Okay, now we move to Jivan Radha Prabhu. Prabhuji, now your turn, please.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. This is the verse from Canto 1, chapter 15, text number 6, moment of separation from the Lord. Yasya kshana viyogena loko apriyadharshanaha uktena varjito hiyesha mritakaha prochate yata.
Uktena rahito.
Uktena rahito hiyesha mritakaha prochate yata.
Very nice, very nice, very nice. Okay. Yes, Prabhu, the word meanings.
Translation, I have just lost him, whose separation, that is Lord Krishna, whose separation for a moment would render all the universes unfavorable and void, like bodies without life. Individual word meanings are as follows. Yasya means whose, Kshana means a moment, Viyogena by separation, Loko means all the universes. He is certainly. Apriya Darshanaha means everything appears unfavorable. Uktena means by life. Rahito means devoid of life. Uktena Rahito means being devoid of life. He is again certainly. Yeshu means all these bodies. Mritakaha means dead bodies. Prochete, they are designated. Yata, as it is, just like that. As it were. Actually, the context is as follows. At the end of the previous chapter, Yudhishthira inquires to Arjuna, who has just returned from Dwaraka, about the disappearance of Lord Krishna. Arjuna looks very much dejected, and Yudhishthira infers that there cannot be any reason for his dejection excepting for the disappearance of the Lord. At this point of time, Arjuna bursts out, and his feelings of separation are expressed in verses 1 to 6 of this particular chapter. In verse 5, the verse 5 also is one of the actually, according to the class what Prabhuji conducted, it is one of the very important verses. In fact, according to me, this might have been given for memorization also. In verse 5, Arjuna expresses that after the Lord has left him, the astounding power which he had and which astonished even the demigod is no longer with him. This is what is expressed by him, by Arjuna, and which now the next shloka we are discussing, and now he expresses his unbearable separation and expresses that even a moment of separation makes him feel that all the universes are void and unfavorable like the dead bodies. Actually, Prabhupada's summary, it is like this. In a living being, when a body is left without the soul, that is just like a dead body, similar feeling is expressed by Arjuna to brood over, that is to express the separation from the Lord. Prabhupada expresses in his purport, actually the purport goes like this. The living being, as the living being is the important factor in the material body, for without the living being, the material body has no value. Similarly, without Paramatma, the living being has no status quo. Similarly, Brahman or Paramatma has no local standing without the Supreme Lord Krishna. This is thoroughly explained in Bhagavad Gita. They are also interlinked with one another or interdependent factors. Thus, in the ultimate issue, the Lord is the summum bonum and therefore the vital principle of everything. Actually, in Bhagavad Gita, verse number, that is verse number 7.7, actually Lord Krishna confirms that in Bhagavad Gita that he says that he is the Ashaya Tattva for everything that exists in this material world. The shloka goes like this. Matta paradaram na anyat kinchit asti dhananjaya mayi sarvamidam protam sutre manigananiva. That is, O conqueror of wealth, there is no truth superior to me. Everything that rests upon me, just as the pearls are strung in a thread. If the thread is removed, everything will go. So Paramatma is the main thing which we should concentrate. So this is what I have to say on this particular shloka. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Very, very nice. Really appreciate both yours and Mataji's presentation. Very nicely done. Okay, now we move to other devotees if they want to do it. Rajneesh Prabhu, Hare Krishna Vidya Mataji, welcome. Hare Krishna, I think Zoom user would be Ishwar Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
How are you doing, Mataji?
I'm better.
Much better. Okay. So would you be in a situation to recite or?
No, not quite at this point.
Okay.
I'm trying to pick up.
Okay, no problem. So Rajneesh Prabhu, what about you? You would like to recite? आप बोलना चाहेंगे? Okay, देखकर बोलना चाहेंगे या बिना देखे?
हाँ जी, देख के बोलेंगे।
चलिए देख के बोलिए, ये स्क्रीन पे है आपके सामने जी।
जी जी। हरे कृष्णा। यस्य क्षण वियोगेन लोको ह्यप्रियदर्शनः उक्तेन रहितो ह्वेष मृत्युः प्रोच्यते यथा।
वेरी नाइस, ओके। यस्य क्षण वियोगेन लोको ह्य प्रियदर्शनः उक्थेन रहितो
तो ये
येष।
आवाज आई कि नहीं?
यस यस प्रभु जी, आई आई। बहुत अच्छा आपने रिसाइट किया जी, वेरी नाइस, ओके। और कुछ बोलना चाहेंगे इस श्लोक के बारे में?
अच्छा जी जी।
कुछ बोलना चाहेंगे और? ओके, चलिए वो ड्रॉप हो गया उनका कनेक्शन। जूम यूजर, सो जूम यूजर, इज इट ईश्वर प्रभु और अनुराधा माता जी और somebody else? Can the Zoom user reveal the identity?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Oh yes, it is Ishwar Prabhu. So would you like to recite, Prabhuji?
Prabhuji, I feel more comfortable listening.
Okay, okay, no problem. Okay, okay, okay. So I think we conclude the class here. Most of the points, I think almost all the points, rather more than what probably I was thinking, has been already said by Jaimala Mataji and Jivan Prabhu. So it is mainly the emotion of a devotee, specifically a pure devotee, because he's too much attached to the Lord. He's really feeling in separation when the Lord departs from the world. So that emotion has been expressed by Arjuna, and he uses a very strong analogy. The analogy is that, like the body is without life, similarly, I feel the same when the Lord has gone from this universe, from this world. I also feel that this world is without life, lifeless. Like when we say there are some people, when they come to the party, then the party becomes really enlivened. I have experienced that specifically when our spiritual master sometimes do arrive in the any meeting or any congregation, specifically on the Vyas Puja occasion. So when the Vyas Puja completes, he would typically leave a little early, and we will be left behind to have our prasadam, etc. But before the prasadam, everything was centered around him. He is the center of attraction. Everybody is very joyful, jumping up and down, glorifying him. He's also exchanging various loving exchanges with his disciples. But the moment he leaves, it feels like the life has left. The party is lifeless now. Although we try to enjoy each other's company, the disciples, but certainly he is the center of attraction. So we can kind of relate to that emotion with respect to our Guruji, our Gurudev. So that's what I can all add a little bit to the discussion. But I hope that was useful. So other devotees also we would encourage to join this discussion. Yeah. Now we move to the next session. All glories to Srimad Bhagavatam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. So maybe any questions devotees have? Any questions? Let me just check with everyone. Okay, if there is no question, then we conclude this session.